Okay, you got stim packs in your med pack. We will carry and equip. You are approaching your encumbrance if you want.
It'd get pretty heavy. I'll probably call it good right there if I want to pick something up along the way.
Okay, cool. You don't have any experience points for force powers. You don't have enough money for a vehicle. You don't have companions or rewards. Okay, I think we're good for now.
Cool.
I will print this and send it to you. Okay, if you guys would like to introduce your characters to each other while I get this set up and kind of, like you guys have known each other for a while. You are aware that you are all force users and are actively like on the same path of growing your force powers. You guys are friends. You're currently on a transport ship headed towards an out-of-the-way system, chasing down a lead on a potential Jedi survivor, or at least potential Force user. Ooh. That has presented itself in the form of a scary, haunted woods thing that you guys think sounds at least something like a Force user. I'm going to send this to Aaron. Feel free to introduce your characters.
Well, I guess I could start. Which, by the way, my real name's Dan. I don't believe I've met you before.
Hi, Dan. I'm Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I guess you haven't met each other before.
Nope.
Sorry. Aaron, good. Dan is in my other group. Dan, Aaron is in my other group.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm playing the Arcano named Darnorzo, and he's the son of a previous betrayed Sith apprentice who has kind of the slightly cliche backstory of his dad died and his mom died too, and he's kind of finding his way in the world. It's not like they were killed or anything. They died of natural causes, but he got some minor force training from his father, and so he has the capacity for force, but it's generally dark side or somewhat neutral. And very limited because he hasn't had proper training. But he wants to become more in control of himself and sort of join what would be known as the Jedi Order, though he may not know it to be named that. He sold all his family's belongings and has hired himself out as a adventurer.
Cool.
Liz, you want to introduce your character?
I was getting my sheet. Hello, everyone. I'm Liz.
Hi, Liz.
I think I've met everyone. Okay, here's my sheet. Her name is Stevie, jargon, human, female. She was actually known for sensitive. She was a member of she was a youngling when Order 66 went down. So I was just doing her backstory. She was actually had just become a Padawan and was able to make it off of Coruscant with her master. Where I wasn't completely done with it, but she had ended up kind of working as a records person on Coruscant, or not Coruscant, Corellia, so that she has imperial credentials and all that. This is a recently worked up backstory, so that's kind of her background. Yeah.
So she kind of
All
flying
right.
under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, having imperial credentials is always good.
It rarely hurts.
Okay. So I'm a Wookiee. My name is Rovi.
Yes.
W''ROVY. And the last name I still don't know how to pronounce. It actually doesn't translate into basic, so yeah. Guttural throat noises. Yeah, I don't have a backstory yet because I'm just now creating my character. But needless to say, it's a pretty badass backstory. That's all I know for sure.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool once I think of it.
Rovi's just like, despite being your friend and everything, a very private person, has not told you his personal story yet.
Yep, you need to get him drunk once.
I don't even want to know what a drunk Wookiee looks like.
Well, I was gonna be a Wookiee at first, and then I changed my mind. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, nice. I almost wasn't a Wookiee. There was another race I was really considering, but the Wookiee, it won me over.
The runner up.
Okay, so we're on a transport right now. All three of us are on a transport searching for that force-sensitive user.
Yes, you are all on a transport, which is... Yeah, go ahead and give me a... Someone in the party give me a perception check.
Which channel should we do it in?
Oh, shoot. I knew I was forgetting something.
Check first.
And also, I can roll destiny points too.
Yeah, hang on. Create.
I'm doing some hardcore organizing right now, trying to take everything from the other campaign and putting it into its own folder. Taking the useful bits and putting it into this folder.
I love the name of this campaign. The Force is still sleepy.
Yeah.
I told all my D&D friends about it already.
Nice.
Okay, let's go. Okay, if you look under the Force is still sleepy, you will see gameplay, and I will be adding the other ones. Now, you should be able to roll in literally any of these.
Cool, I guess. Not really. If I were going full Sith, maybe that would be cool.
Oh, I will also roll.
Roll a white for me, if you would, please. That would be nice. Thank you.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
Very
I learned the secret. I gotta ask nicely before he rolls.
That'll never work again.
Oh, Aaron, you don't know this, but poor Dan has been viciously screwed by the dice roller. Like, there were times where, I kid you not, I don't think he rolled above like a 2 success for an entire session.
Yeah,
One
it sucked.
Dirty.
Oh, Aaron, you also got 2 light side. Dang.
I sure did.
Okay. Well, that brings our destiny pool to 2 dark side, or destiny pool, sorry, to 2 dark side, 4 light side. Congratulations, guys.
Nice. I will
Proud
again
of myself.
be using physical dice.
What?
I will be using physical dice again.
Oh, you're gonna use, okay, that's cool.
I just don't have these dice. Whatever they're called again. Destiny.
Oh, that's right, because you're using the Genesis dice.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so if somebody wants to go ahead and give me an average perception check, I will tell you some additional information.
Oof, I forgot my perception on Dar is not as good as Keltar.
No.
What's
I-
average?
Average is 2 purple.
2 burps. I can give it a shot.
Yeah, but
It's not particularly hard.
there it is.
Okay. So what you guys know for sure is you are on a transport that you booked to the Expley star system, which is was for a long time a completely out of the way and ignored star system.
Which system again?
Expley, Explee. I completely made it up. Don't Google it. You'll get nothing.
Sounds good.
I got this really weird video. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I got this really weird video. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it 4 Twi'leks and a Sith?
Oh my goodness.
That's nasty.
Did you make that up right now?
I did make that up.
That was.
Anyways, you're on a transport to this, what was for a long time out of the way star system, but it has recently come under development. It's not insubstantial mineral wealth has become important to the Imperial War Machine, thus opening it up for development.
Okay.
If somebody would like to roll Knowledge Outer Rim with advantage, because I'm assuming you guys would do some research before coming to a random star system, I can tell you more about what's going on there. But
Advantage? I forgot
I
how
can do
advantage works.
just add a blue die.
I got y'all.
Cool.
Yo.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a second. Rory, Aaron, is that your character's name again?
Rovi.
Roby, sorry. Roby, you notice on this trip, you guys are part of a convoy with armed mining guild ships as part of your convoy.
Nice.
All right.
Specifically, mining guild TIE fighters.
Oh, all right.
Let me pop back to Discord. Okay. Liz, you need to change your character name from Inez.
Uh-oh, I do.
I need to change mine too.
1 second.
I'm a little
But
confused what you
what
meant about
you
the TIE
know-
fighters. What were you meaning by the TIE fighters?
So, you guys are part of a convoy headed out to this system. Your transport ship is.
Yeah.
And along, like in an escort position along with this transport and other large cargo ships is a contingent of mining guild TIE fighters.
Ah, okay. So we're definitely, this is an Empire sanctioned thing that we're on.
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. The most of the other people on this transport appear to be either homesteaders or laborers of some kind by trade, if that makes sense. The other people around you on the transport ship.
Who's there with us?
Several families, a what could be an entire clan of Ugnaughts.
Oh, wow.
It's a pretty good sized transport. And then a bunch of folks that just look like manual labor people.
Would it be safe to say some of them might be slaves?
Doesn't appear that way.
Uh,
Actually, I tell you what, give me a. Give me a hard knowledge outer rim check or hard underworld check, your choice.
Okay. Makes no difference in my dice pool.
Stevie, what you know from your research of this this star system is there's really only 3 places of note. There is Vertogi Mining Station, which is a large space station, not large, medium-sized space station. Medium-sized space station built in the system in kind of a central location to the asteroid belt. And it's essentially built around a large refinery and acts as the mining guild headquarters for the system. It's probably one of the most developed parts of the system. There is the Cloud9 mining platform inside one of the gas giants. It is a recent addition. In the last year or so, they've added it. And it's pretty much just a mining platform. There's not really any services or anything else going on there. And there is your guys' destination, which is Datsy. Datsy is a hot jungle planet of high humidity, steep mountains, massive rivers, and abundance of life. Recently colonized 6 years ago to provide an agricultural support for the massive mining operations in the system. It has one major city that holds all the important offices on the planet, including even a mining guild. What was that?
That sounded like a feedback loop.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Weird. To me, it sounds like velociraptors tearing someone to shreds.
They sound pretty damn similar.
Clever
Those
girl.
2 things.
Sorry. The major city holds the singular major city holds the only official supported spaceport, although there are many places, unofficial and legal places to land, as well as a few illegal places. And the planet boasts a small Imperial garrison. The rumor you guys are chasing down is you have come across references to some sort of specter that lives in one of the lives deep in the jungle and kills things with fire, which you guys suspect to be at least somewhat connected to the Force. Whether it's a Lost Jedi Master or another Force user, you're not sure.
Something in the forest is starting fires?
No, not starting fires. It kills things with
Killing
fire.
things with
Oh,
fire.
something
Yeah.
is killing things with fire.
And it's described by the few witnesses as a specter that kills with fire. And as curious folk, you are checking it out. Due to your advantage, you also know that what extra information am I going to give you here? Okay. I don't want to give too much away.
Maybe the name of the city?
I can give you the name of the city as soon as I make it up. Give me
Google
one.
sci-fi name generator. Works all the time. I do it. It's super helpful.
We're just gonna call it Goodland or Flat Ground City because it was built on one of the few spots that were like large flat ground.
Okay.
No, that's a terrible name. That's a terrible Plateau City. It's built on a large plateau.
I like that.
Sticking up out of the jungle, which represents one of the few like flat spaces on this planet that isn't given way to like marsh and jungle.
Cool.
And just for clarity's sake, this is not at all like that swamp planet in the other campaign, is it? It's different kind of territory.
No. This would be more like I'm trying to think of a good example. Think Amazon jungle, but like deep in the Amazon jungle, like with lots of mountains.
Okay.
It's like fucking Uganda.
What? Yeah, think Wakanda. It's Wakanda. It's Wakanda. Wakanda with more rivers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Or Uganda, depending on what the economics you've decided, how it plays out.
Uganda forever. Okay. So we've been hired on for this, or we're just searching?
You guys are searching independently.
Oh, so we don't even know each other.
So as you guys are, you're getting ready to make your hyperspace jump, or I should say, no, you're not ready to make your hyperspace jump. You guys, your transport, along with the rest of the convoy, comes out of hyperspace at a specific point that you are expecting. It is the transition point to a next hyper route that will take you into the system.
Okay.
And as you guys are getting ready to jump out of this planetary body and into the system that you are headed to, you hear a large commotion near the port side of the ship. Everybody standing around, gaping out the windows. Some people are screaming.
I love it.
You make your way over, and what you see are several vessels you do not recognize, engaged in a pretty severe fight and appear to be winning against the Mining Guild TIE Fighters.
Oh,
and the last thing you see before your convoy jumps into hyperspace is the last of the TIE fighters getting destroyed, and the ship's headed straight for you right before you guys jump into hyperspace.
What kind of a ship are we looking at? Is this like a cruiser or
Capital ship.
Roll. Give me an average mechanics check.
I got you. Average.
Or knowledge out of rim, if you want.
that's all you, Liz?
All right. I'm gonna go mechanics. And that's 3 purple. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, I didn't do. Hold on. There's supposed to be 3 purple.
2 purple for average. Okay.
2 success, 1 disadvantage.
They definitely weren't Imperial ships, for sure.
They were or were not. I couldn't tell.
What'd you say?
Did you say were or weren't?
They were not Imperial ships, for sure. They didn't quite look military. But like they looked like potentially converted freighters or possibly like a Gonzetti gunship or something of the like. They looked like civilian retrofit.
Oh, I see. So
But you couldn't say specifically what kind of ships they were.
So it's not alien to us, but it's just indeterminable.
Not indeterminable. You just don't know enough about ships to be like, oh, that's a blah 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 class.
Okay.
Like it definitely didn't look it didn't look like it started out its life as military ships.
And
Like
are
there
we
might have
like
been a couple of headhunters that got the drop on the mining guild ties, and then a couple of like larger ships that you don't specifically recognize the make or model,
Okay.
but you're pretty sure they're not military ships.
That's helpful.
All right. After another hour or so of pretty much everybody around you losing their shit, you hear an announcement over the intercom stating that the convoy was attacked by forces unknown. The escort was able to fend them off, and we will be arriving at. I gotta remember these names. Arriving at Vertogi Station in less than an hour. At this announcement, most of the other passengers become a little less frantic, a little less freaked out. Kind of still, people are still a little worried. There was, a traumatic event, but, not the end of the world. Everything seems to have worked out okay.
So, just real quick, what was Vertogi again?
Vertogi is the mining station, the mining space station, mining guild space station.
Gotcha.
Does anybody have anything they want to do on the transport before we move on to arriving?
I'm good.
Okay.
The mining station is on the gas giant.
No, it is in orbit. It's kind of halfway between the asteroid belt and a gas giant.
And you said this is the one that it has the headquarters of the mining guild, correct?
Yeah, this is the mining guild headquarters for the system. It's also like it's kind of really it's the headquarters for everything for the system, and it coordinates efforts with everything else.
Okay.
But like this system has been developed specifically like to supply raw materials to the Imperial War Machine, and the mining guild is the ones who are coordinating that.
Are we making checks to get through like Imperial checkpoints, or do we want to like travel separately at those points?
As it stands, and you would know this just because this would be part of the planning process for coming here. There are people openly immigrating to the planet Datsy. It's been opened up for homesteading by the Imperial Bureau of Colonization. What?
I like that. That's funny.
And so there are people actively. I mean, it's an out of the way system, but most of the people that are on this ship are probably just traveling either to the station or the planet to set up a business or go about their jobs. So unless any of you guys have felonies in your backstory you didn't tell me about, getting through Imperial Customs shouldn't be a problem.
All right, cool.
They don't really care that we're showing up on this rock.
They don't. In fact, they're actively encouraging it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, with no other questions, after an hour of hyperspace travel, you guys pop out into a system that appears to be comprised of a seemingly normal yellow star, a couple of large gas giants, just a few, nameless, apparently undeveloped planets of rock and whatnot, and a large space station dead ahead with just the bits of a gas giant in the background, and then of course a single like oxygen atmosphere planet closer in towards the star. As you arrive at the station, you receive specific specific instructions regarding debarking. Everyone is told that they will, due to the recent circumstances, everyone will go through an additional layer of security given the attack, but that everyone will be on their way in no time. They remind you that any weapons or equipment are to be stored in personal belongings and are not to be transported through customs on your person.
Okay.
Which you guys would know is pretty typical. You had to do the same thing when you came in.
Is it what, like space TSA?
Yeah.
Basically.
So I've got to carry on that they're not going to check.
Oh no, they're gonna check it. You just can't like have your axe in your hand.
Okay, gotcha.
While the TSA guy asks you what you're doing on this planet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna conceal carry right through that X-ray machine.
Exactly.
Vibro axe at that.
You can put your vibro axe in a checked bag. You can't carry it on the ship.
Seems fair.
Was there extra?
The last thing they want is a Wookiee with a vibro axe running amok in a confined space. All right. After waiting your turn, you can decide how patiently you wait. You follow the line off the transport and are essentially directed into various lanes up to a booth where there is someone in a mining guild uniform, and they are customs, and they are essentially the customs guys. They're going to ask you a series of questions. Why are you here? Do you have anything to declare? Do you have any illegal things? Blah, 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 blah. You're going to x-ray your equipment. I know for a fact you guys don't have anything illegal. So that's going to go smoothly.
No electric lettuce?
I don't think anybody has drugs.
Didn't get death sticks. Was thinking about it. But those are legal anyways, right?
I don't think so. I would have to double check.
Okay. Well, I didn't get them, so no worries.
I mean, there are plenty of drugs that are legal if you want. You can always get into spice.
Oh dear.
Nah, I'll save that for someone else. Not that I'll be above selling it to somebody, but
They are going to ask you specific questions about when did you schedule when did you schedule this trip? For what purpose are you coming here? And anybody who wants can give me a average perception check.
I'll do it, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. 1 success, 1 disadvantage.
1 success, 1 disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
They seem to be asking a lot of questions. Like they're looking for something very specific that you clearly don't know, but you can't quite tell what it is. Like you're clearly not who they're looking for, but they're looking for something or somebody.
Got it. They're looking for someone to blame for the
You're not
attack.
sure what that is.
Okay.
After a little bit of a pain in the ass and a little bit of hullabaloo, you guys get through customs. You are reminded at customs that any weapons outside of stun weapons are not permitted to be brandished on the station. You can maintain possession of them, but they need to stay in your luggage. Can't be waving it around.
Okay.
And they wish you the best and usher in that. I hope you enjoy your time on blah blah blah. Stamp next.
Okay.
Cool.
My first goal is to go to the cantina so I can get the scoop on the Spectre. See if anyone has any rumors about the Spectre.
Yeah. I'm also kind of curious. Can we use any kind of knowledge that we may have to try to guess what kinds of species could potentially be this Spectre? Or do some research, like I don't know.
I'm with Rovi on this. Also, what do we need to know about just going through these jungles?
Okay, yeah, you guys can if you want to spend some time in the cantina gathering information, you absolutely can do that. You can you have a lot of options. If you want to try to chat people up and ask them for information, that's going to be a charm check. Mm-hmm. If you want to listen in to other people's conversations and see what they're all talking about, that would be a stealth check. If you want to try to delve into specifics, like what kind of creature this might be, that would be a knowledge xenology check. And if you want to delve into pretty much anything else, that would be knowledge regarding this would be knowledge outer rim.
Okay. I think I'm just going to hit people up and not maybe necessarily ask about the planet in general.
Okay.
Just to get a feel of in hopes of when we get there, we'll kind of know the general idea of where we need to go.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, then go ahead and give me a average charm check. And everybody can, if you want to decide what check you want to do, let me know and we'll just do them in order.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna give it to you. I was reading. I thought nobody's fool, but I think this is me using charm against someone. So that's not what this is.
Nope, that's what this is.
I want to do charm too.
It said I could upgrade the difficulty. I don't know. I have to show it to you later.
Oh, that would be an incoming charm checks. Okay, yeah, that would be different. That'd be someone trying to charm you.
Using charm against people like a Naz would, but not this time. So what is my charm? Ooh, well. Yeah. And what did you say the difficulty was?
Average. 2 purple.
Okay.
You don't get a lot of new information about the planet outside of, you know, some general recommendations, like, you know, you're like certain. It's a little more backwater than you were initially led to believe. You know, not quite as many amenities as the Bureau of Colonization made it out to sound.
Oh boy.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Life view has been changed
I
instantly.
can't believe it.
But not really. You don't really gain anything new. Rovi, what check did you make?
I was sticking my nose in the data pad trying to learn about different species that may live in this place, and also, you know, taking a look to see what what kind of weird animals or aliens could be described as a specter.
Sticking your nose in the data pad, connecting to the local HoloNet they have here on station.
Yep.
You know, you're able to pour in. There's a handful of species that could potentially be kind of spectery. Oh, what are they called? I'm gonna mispronounce this. Hang on. Doll shade, maybe. I know what they look like. Let me pull them up in my thing here. Nope. Deathel. They kind of look like short, stumpy werewolves with really long arms. They are like they're literally their nickname is wraiths. They're barely visible in the normal human spectrum. And they typically appear as like kind of shadowy, like Duncan at night.
All right, yeah.
He just kind of blends in really well.
Right.
As they get older, they do like kind of lose this a little bit and become more visible as they get like up there in years. Aside from that, there's a handful of species, sentient species, that are known for being quite stealthy. And as far as wild animals, again, there's a plethora of wild animals that are known for being, really stealthy, and not as many wild animals that would look like an upright wraith or specter. But as far as animals native to this planet, there's not a ton of information.
All right.
There hasn't been any official zoological survey of this world. All of the information you can get refers to animals that are imported or exported. Rontos are a pretty common beast of burden on this planet. If you need a picture, I can get you one.
The Montos.
Yes. Copy image. Rontos, very common.
Oh yeah.
Very, very common mounts. They're not a big fan of metropolitan populated areas, as they spook a little easy. Yeah, they're a very common beast of burden. There are, of course, nerfs and several other herd animals that are ranched for their meat and leather. One interesting creature of note, Ron. Hang on. Oh, you only got 3 advantage.
Yeah.
I thought that was 3 success.
Nope.
Okay. Never mind then. That's all you know.
I fall asleep partway through reading my book.
You were able to find the official Imperial stated imports exports list of animals. Danaro, what were you checking?
I was doing a charm, the same thing as Liz was doing, but
You try to get people to talk about the planet, but literally the only thing anybody is talking about is the transport, the convoy getting hit by. Everybody is using the word pirate. It's like, having been there, you don't know, but that everybody is at least assuming that it's pirates.
okay.
One thing you have picked up on, you've all picked up on from the talk of this, is there's really only one way in and out of this system, hyperspace travel wise,
Is that the only
and it's that one stopover spot you guys got hit at.
So we're okay. Got a problem where there's a blockade on the hyperspace lane, basically.
Some people are concerned about that, some people are not. It's unclear if that is actually what's going on or if there's something else happening.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that might be
Okay.
a reason for concern.
From what you said, though, is it true to say that that's the place where we got hit is typically the spot that people go to before traveling here, or is that just kind of a hub that people can travel to a lot of places from?
It's the place that people specifically, actually, they have to go to if they're going to this planet or to this star system, or if they're leaving this star system.
Okay.
They have to pass through there.
So it's like a choke point, basically.
It is a choke point, yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so all right, so we can maybe make some assumptions that the pirates were trying to target ships coming here, whether that means anything or not. But
That would very much be a safe assumption. Safe
All
assumption. You hear a couple of people, like some of like the old timers, just kind of generally bitching about it, like, I knew this was going to happen. This is why this system wasn't developed sooner. There's one way in and one way out. All the pirates got to do. And of course, the Empire's not doing anything. They're just sitting on their asses. Typical old timer bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah, aside from that, is there anything else you guys would like to do on station?
No.
Oh, sorry, I should say, you guys do have a planned connecting flight to the planet, but given the situation, currently all flights are on hold until
Well, darn.
the situation can be examined.
Which could be an undetermined amount of time. We could be stuck here a while.
Undetermined amount of time, yes.
Okay. Are they preventing all flights out, or just the one we're on, or we're supposed
All
to?
flights.
All flights. Great.
Nobody's exiting system, and they're not moving anybody from the space station down to the planet. You can see mining ships coming and going from the asteroids, and occasionally coming in from the gas giant to drop off their wares at the refinery, which is the heart and soul of this station.
Yeah.
But aside from that, there's no transports going. I would say it's probably like a good 15 hours before you get any news, any updates on the situation. If you guys would like to make any checks or try for any information during that period, let me know.
Do I have any think about if I have any with my Imperial credentials? Are they? I assuming there's they're the ones like the TSA and stuff.
What do you mean?
If you can find out what's going on.
Oh, you want to go ask the mining guild?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a hard deception check with an advantage.
Oh, you know what? No. I agree with that, but like knowing my deception, I'm
That's
not
not something your character would do. I mean, you can
Right.
go ask the mining guild what's going on. If you don't want to, like, if you don't want to be like, I'm an imperial official, you can just go ask them.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'll use my privilege. Put my
In that
camera
case, give me a hard charm check.
slightly better. Well,
all the person says is that like they don't know. They don't know when this is. They don't know what's happening. But they do know that like they've been told to like it's like sit tight. We've been told we're gonna have a solution here in a little bit. Other than that, I don't really have any information for you. But like, I personally don't even know what's happening. Anybody else got anything they want to do? No?
Nope.
All right. So between sitting around, hanging out in the cantinas, chatting people up, talking about the situation, as you guys are kind of wrapping up that about probably 15 hours after you land at the station, announcements are made on the overhead speaker that the star system is currently under not siege. What's the word I'm looking for? Blockade. The star system is currently under blockade from pirates. It has been determined that nobody on board the transport convoy was involved, and all scheduled transports will resume immediately, and any non-essential personnel on station are encouraged to seek transport down to the planet.
we'll let go, boys.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Blue.
Get
So,
on.
with your connecting flight ticket that obviously didn't happen, you guys are give me a average perception check or average negotiation check. Somebody with 2 advantage.
I'll do it.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna grab something to drink.
I'll go ahead and do that. Sweet. Wow. Okay. I get 3 advantage, and that's it.
Oh, sorry. It should also be noted, especially for those of you that are non-human, which is 2/3 of you. You would know the Empire is super racist towards non-humans, especially those of you that are less human-like. And Rovi, you are pretty aware that like they see you as you're basically like a freed black man in the North in like the 1700s.
All right.
Like there are free Wookiees. They exist. Most people haven't seen them, and most people think they shouldn't exist.
Right.
Or at least are like weird about it.
Yeah.
You would also know that the mining guild is a lot less that way. They are very much aligned and in the pocket of the empire, but they don't share. It's all about money to them. They don't care. Much
Right.
like the corporate sector, they literally could care less.
Yeah, as
what
long as
you
you're
look
getting paid.
like, as long as like you do good work and make money, they don't care.
Cool.
So yeah, go ahead and give me whoever wants that. Or Dar, you said you were going to do the check.
Yeah, I got 3 advantage.
3 advantage. Okay. The person, the ticket counter lady, the coordinator is not super helpful. She kind of basically says like, yeah, I understand that you missed your flight and that you have a ticket. We're getting everybody down there as soon as possible. You know, wait your turn, but we'll try to get you, on one of the first couple of transports. So you guys spend maybe another couple hours waiting for the transport to go down and back.
While I'm waiting, I take my ammonia supplement. It just seems like something someone would do as they're sitting in the airport. Like, I forgot to take my vitamins today.
So you need ammonia?
Yeah, my race will die, or not die, but get very weak if he doesn't have regular ammonia supplements.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would know that, like, one, it doesn't take, you don't need a ton of ammonia, and they would be easily acquired basically everywhere.
And if I can get very, very addicted to salt. So that's quite dangerous. That's all I got. Just twiddling my thumbs.
Sorry, guys, I'm responding to Liz's secret question. Give me a heads up.
That is fine.
I had to put it down in case I forgot it. It was easier to type it out.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so you spend a little more time at the airport. It's not your favorite. But eventually you guys are transported down to the planet of Datsy. When you arrive, instead of landing at like your typical spaceport transport area where there's nice air-conditioned tunnels, going from the transport vehicle's landing pad to the ground station, no. Your transport lands in a large, just open space that has clearly been paved, and like it's set up for a large cargo ship to land, but you guys got to hoof it like a good 300 yards to the space station, and you got to kind of go around other pads that have been like blocked off, and ships that are parked and what have you. And as you exit this transport, you immediately feel like the tropical heat. Like it's not just intolerably hot, but it's that like good 85 degrees, but massive humidity. And you can see like this off of this area that's cleared. There's pretty much cliffs on the back end and the spaceport on the front end, and just the peaks of mountains in every direction around from that.
So we're just on the outskirt of of whatever town then?
Yeah, the town is the city is built on a large plateau,
Okay.
and the spaceport is on the edge of that. So it takes you guys a little bit of a short hike to get to the space station. You essentially go through the same rigmarole as you went through, like on the, or sorry, not space station, to get you to the spaceport. They kind of put you through the same rigmarole as when you got to the station. However, they don't tell you the bit about can't carry your weapons on the planet.
Ah.
Cool.
And they just kind of pass you through. And as you guys exit the spaceport, you see a whole bunch of people kind of doing what you're doing, just kind of like standing around like, well, I got my crap and I'm here. What's my next step?
Do we have any leads on which direction we need to go to find the Spectre, or anyone we need to talk to?
You have a general area. Like as in to say, like deep in the eastern rainforest, you know, somewhere in the vicinity of, or like somewhere up a specific river or something like that is where it's largely been spotted.
We should look for a Sherpa.
So
That's what I was about to say. Like, because you're saying the main development recent and from imperial mining and like corporations, right?
Sorry, say that again.
You said the most like quote unquote development in the area came in from the imperial mining operations. So it's not like there's going to be like a universe, yeah.
Specifically for the system on the planet, it's not that way at all. The planet has been developed largely for agriculture to support the growing mining concerns in the system.
Okay, cool.
So
I was a library or
well, yes, there probably would be a library in this town, but probably not anywhere else.
right. Okay.
Yes.
And is there's like a downtown, like a town center type thing?
Yes, yeah. This place is well, not like it's not Coruscant by any means. It's maybe the size of Spokane.
Mhm.
Its primary like feature is that it's like the space station or the starport is here, and so anybody looking to move goods on planet or off planet has to comes here to do so.
Yeah.
And then in the downtown area that you guys can explore, you would find a couple of like token imperial facilities, offices. Like there's probably like an imperial recruiter somewhere on the planet. The mining guild has an office. There's planetary administration buildings, as well as a variety of services that you would find on any developing world. It is clear from what you can see that there are not a lot of speeders being used. You see a fair few of them in the city, but you don't see a lot of ground speeders. It's mostly speeder like air cars or animal mounts. Even in the big city.
Interesting.
How much money do I have? Oh.
Sorry.
I have no credits, I just remembered. So
I only have 25.
Buying,
I have
hiring, or renting is not a possibility right now. It seems like one of those situations where you get to the area and you have to spend a few weeks making money first before you can afford. Because it sounds like I spent everything I had to get here.
Yeah, that's probably true of all of you, with the exception of Moneybag
Yeah. So
Wookie over here.
I took
So,
all of my stuff as
part of my backstory is that to maintain sanity, working for our terrible overlords, I picked up a mechanic's habit, so I do have some rank in that. So if we needed to get a little job,
yeah, if we need to.
I don't have any mechanics knowledge, but I have medicine.
Give me
I can attract customers. I'll flip a sign. Yeah.
third world, yes, shade tree.
I'll be the dancing Wookiee. Yeah.
somebody give me an average knowledge outer rim check.
All right, I can do that.
You want to do that, Aaron?
Sure. Oh no. Ooh, that was dirty.
That was dirty.
Well,
Okay.
I like sneeze and blow out my part of the brain that remembered that. You see smoke coming out of my ears.
You you haven't. You spent. You're a mature Wookiee. You've been around. You've seen stuff. Like you know that like a lot of the jobs, like there's a lot of jobs to be offered. Lots of places to find employment. Which is very common on these developing worlds. But a lot of it is like farmhand work, like stuff that's gonna like pay the bills and not much else.
Yeah.
You're not seeing a whole lot of fund an operation deep into the jungle kind of money jobs.
All right.
So you guys might need to do a little more digging, a little more looking around.
Yeah.
see, if we want to learn about like the jungle and stuff, and about the Spectre thing,
That's what I was thinking. Maybe just go downtown and maybe find a bar or something around there, or find a cantina.
find jobs in bars. So
Yeah.
In your exploration of the city, I'll just tell you, you find several quality drinking establishments. One of them appears to kind of cater more towards off-world personnel, spacers, maybe miners down here, spending some vacation days, or something like that. There's a couple of like local bars that cater to people from Plateau City, and there's a drinking establishment that appears to cater to out-of-towners from elsewhere on the planet, ranchers, farmers, selling their wares, so to speak. Kind of tends to cater to them.
So is the area that we're supposed to explore, or like our general direction, is it pretty close to here, or is it a bit of a hump to get there?
By airspeeder, it's probably 2 hours.
Okay, so locals to this city would know. Okay, so my vote then is for we go to the locals bar and try not to get kicked out.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in like hanging out with people who just got here if we're trying to find a ghost
Right.
in the jungle, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna make shit up.
Are you going to the Plateau City local bar or the Farmers and Ranchers local bar?
Farmers and ranchers
Okay.
is my vote. What do you?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. As you walk in, you see a wide variety of species. And despite this deep diversity, you all very clearly appear out of place.
Crap.
It just, they have a certain look and feel about them that says, we work really hard for almost no money, but live the way we want to live. And you don't have that look. But yeah, business is popping. It's, let me roll for random time of day. It's 9:14 at night.
Wish I would have known that.
Sorry, why?
Yeah, I'm just playing. I was fucking with you. Now they've been here all night, so.
Oh, that
yeah, it's 9:14 at night. Any business that's getting done is probably happening in this cantina. If there's any livestock deals being made, it's probably happening here. As nowhere else is open at this time of day, so it's pretty packed.
Livestock
it's pretty packed.
deals. That's an idea. Who needs a speeder to get out there? You just use animals.
It sounds like that's the way to go if other people are doing it too.
Again, plenty. This cantina is quite large, actually. Lots of booths. There's a few larger tables that look like they've kind of been taken over by sabacc or other games of gambling games. Mostly friendly games. You don't see any big money games happening right now.
Well, yeah, nobody has any money.
Yeah, it's all poor working class guys. Their best years when they wreck a tractor.
Right.
Sabacc, is that game that that Han plays against Lando in Solo?
Yes, that is sabacc.
Okay.
There's also a like heads up version that is a little more like 21. But that's usually only played at casinos. Whereas this sabacc is a little more like poker. And also, much more common. But yeah, plenty of people of various species. Pretty large bar with a couple of bartenders sitting in the middle. A big circular bar. Yeah, what do you guys? What's your plan? What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna buy myself a drink and an extra drink and go over to one of the sabacc tables and see. I assume that I know how to play this game, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't know how to play, and I'm trying to learn for the first time.
Okay. Remember, Rovi, you are dependent upon sign language and other people's ability to understand Shirkwood.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess I just kind of post up and listen then.
Okay.
I can speak for you.
Are you making literally any attempt to conceal yourself?
To blend, yes, not necessarily to conceal, but to try to kind of stay out of the way, I'd say.
Okay.
Stick to the shadows.
All right.
I'm trying to walk natural.
Are you gonna make like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings and be
Yeah.
the guy in the dark corner?
Something like that, I'm just trying to be chill.
All right, go ahead and give me a hard stealth check to hide a Wookiee in a bar. Although, please, dear God, put a bunch of points into stealth, because a stealthy Wookiee is just an amazing story concept I can do so much with.
That would be pretty cool. Oh, well.
You've been in this situation before. Like, you've accepted there's just a certain amount of sticking out that you're going to do most places. And you feel you're probably maybe even a little below that. But despite your keeping to yourself, You know the species Basilisk, right?
Yep.
Okay. A actually surprisingly skinny Basilisk comes up to you. Roll perception.
All right.
Go ahead and make it average perception. Make it easy perception. Sorry, one
Easy?
point.
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
That's a mixed bag.
Doesn't that mean I technically fail?
You technically fail.
I failed with a triumph.
You failed with a triumph. Okay. Okay.
Failed in spectacular fashion.
It completely broke the ceiling for all of us.
So here's what happens. This wow.
He's got to figure
Okay,
it out.
so
first.
I broke Zach.
Yeah.
These are always really, really hard to spend. Like a failure but a triumph, especially in like social settings where I really was just gonna I was just gonna tell you the guy was shit faced.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that like you don't know if this guy's drunk or what, but he is definitely fucked up.
All right.
He's definitely fucked up and very friendly.
Cool.
And you can tell, like, in your triumph is that you can tell he means no, like, he doesn't mean you any ill will. He just comes up like, holy fuck, you're a big lad.
Yeah. He's just a big old, I mean, because they're pretty big too, right?
He's
The Basilisks?
Yeah, they're not as big as you by any means.
Yeah, but
they're
they're pretty
more like wide than they
Right,
are.
right.
They're probably like normal human height, but they're just big and stocky.
Yeah.
Whereas you're tall and big and stocky.
They're the ones with the forearms, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And this guy's pretty thin, pretty skinny and scrawny.
Okay.
For a for a basilisk.
So a little closer to human size.
Yeah, probably a little closer to human size with forearms. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're a big fuck. I bet you can wrangle the fuck out of a dowback.
Can I communicate with this guy?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge outer rim or knowledge xenology, your choice. Make it average, but take 3 setback. 2 because you're trying to use sign language, and 1 because he's shit-faced.
Setback or purples or
Black.
black? You said 3?
Yes.
It's always weird typing KKK into the thing.
Right. Surprisingly, this guy understands a little Shirkwood. Not really clear where he picked it up, but he understands. He can't speak it, but he understands like the gist of what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets the general idea of what you're saying.
Cool.
Not that it matters because he doesn't really pay too much attention to what you're saying. But he does ask you if you're looking for work. He is absolutely convinced you have the perfect build to wrangle Dewback. And would like to hire you on his ranch.
I ask him if he has I do like 2 and then a plus sign, like 2 more, please. Like trying to let him know that I have friends that might want to accompany me.
I think I'll walk up and stand next to him.
He takes one look at you. He goes, "Sorry, lad, you don't got the build."
What are you talking about? I got the build. I can lift more than you think I can. Actually, that's true. Arcano are very strong.
Oh, are they?
Uh-huh.
Well, he doesn't know that.
And good luck arguing with him.
Right.
Well, let me demonstrate, and then I try to pick up the Wookiee.
I mean, I don't know if you're that strong.
I could stand on my tiptoes a little bit.
You know, the hair covers it, so he wouldn't even notice. Wait, he's drunk, isn't he?
It's like I'm actually doing a pull-up, but he's just looking at my feet. He's like, "Whoa!"
If he's drunk.
Yeah, he's pretty wasted.
Wait, I want to do that then. If he's drunk.
Okay, give me an average deception check with 2 advantage die, 2 boost die, 2 blue die.
That seems
Okay.
fair.
I pass with 1 success.
Okay. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, that guy's strong. Sorry, I'm trying to work on my accents. I'm just going to ask you guys to suck it up and bear with me.
Aren't Wookiees
Hey.
like 300
You're doing
pounds?
well.
Go with what you got, man.
He's drunk.
Holy fuck, that guy's strong. Still, though, get him short, stubby little arms. Not very good for wrangling new bucks. See this fella here? He could get one all the way around the neck and choke the fucker out.
Yeah, but you don't want to choke your animals. I've got a gentle touch.
I love how he's in the job interview in the middle of the bar.
With a job interviewer who is wasted.
Who is not going to remember this interview tomorrow morning?
If you hire me
Almost
and my
certainly.
friend over there and point at Stevie, we'll treat your animals with respect.
He looks at you like he doesn't understand the words you're using.
Treat animals good, very good.
He quickly gets bored and goes back to trying to convince Rovi to come like work for him, and he's like saying, "Oh man, our cook, best cook on the planet. Nobody cooks a dewback steak like this guy." He knows he can't pay you very much, so he's just really trying to talk up the few amenities that they have. He's like, "Man, we got running water and everything." I mean, like most of the time, running water.
It's. I mean, the food part's actually kind of working a little bit. I'm interested in that. So yeah, I raised my eyebrow. Yeah, I raised my eyebrow a little bit. You know, just give him the. All right, interesting.
He keeps drinking and eventually like kind of sits down at a nearby table and kind of passes out a little bit. What's everybody else doing?
Not sure this is our best prospect.
Is this bar small enough that like I would have heard all of that even if I was in a different part of the bar?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's pretty good sized bar, and it's pretty busy.
I'm gonna go over there and take a drink to Rovi just to see what's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get there right as
like I'm and see, like, oh, they're making friends.
Right as Dar is like getting done setting him down, and this like skinny Basilisk is like pounded his last ale and is like kind of drifting off, muttering about perfect build as he kind of fades into unconsciousness.
Nice.
We might need to find somebody else.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Hey, are there any like job listings posted on any like board in the place in the joint?
Give me a easy perception check.
Okay. Perception. Oh, one disadvantage. Dang it.
One disadvantage.
Yeah.
It takes you a while of like kind of working your way through and around the bar. There actually is, believe it or not, like a physical message board along one wall, and it looks like it's mostly oh man. Aaron, remember the giant corkboard in the Soldotna Fred Meyers where it was like Craigslist for people that didn't trust the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those things where you rip off the little tab at the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
those are
lots of
definitely
those.
posted. Yeah, those are posted.
Yeah, lots of those. Lots of like selling gently used speeder, and there's a blurry picture of a speeder that looks like they just pulled it out of a river.
Gently used, only about 300 miles on it. Just needs an oil change.
All of which underwater. Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll buff out.
Like they're selling that car on a Facebook, but it's like the stock image from the
dealership. Yeah.
from the commercial, right? Like
Yeah. Lots of that. Lots of people, like, in search of livestock, in search of this, you do find several postings that interest you. One of which is and I'm going to fuck up the pronunciation. Give me a second. Varactyls, a Varactyl rancher, the lizard thing that Obi-Wan Kenobi rides when he chases Grievous.
Yeah,
I love
I
that.
know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Big old
Okay.
lizard thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those things. So wait, there's
Let's go get
one for sale.
This is a job posting. There is a Varactyl ranch that is looking for capable and specifically brave people to help him capture wild Varactyls.
Oh, dude, I want to do that. That
Oh,
sounds
no.
so fun.
That's one of the jobs. There's also a small township that is being harassed by some sort of predator. They're not sure what it is, but they are looking to hire hunters to exterminate this predator that's hassling them and their livestock. And on top of that, there is an offer, a job standing for this one is actually posted by the planetary authority, and it's recruiting surveyors for the next land, essentially the next land like parceling out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want to do the Varactyl job. That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, but my athletics, like, ugh. about to hate me.
In my mind, this is all happening in real life. In real life, Steve's just like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun, but oh, I am not in shape.
Hey, round is a shape.
No. That's when I break out my Carillion whiskey flask and just take a hit and put it right back in my titties. But it would, yeah. It would get us some money. I mean, I'm gonna walk up and be like, I'm also a mechanic. What's your vote, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Try anything once.
Already, there is a com number or a com code, little paper you can tear off. It does not look like anybody has torn one of these off, and looks like this posting might have been here a little while. So, yeah. You're the first person interested. Let's put it that way.
Shocking. Again, shocking.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys get a com code. What is your guys' plan?
All right, I do want to talk to some people. I'm gonna go up to the bar, get another beer, because I have about 25 credits.
Okay.
And
you know, for a average charm check, you might be able to get your drink bought for you.
that's what you know what? That's exactly right.
Show some skin.
Literally, all of you can do this.
No, I love getting drinks bought for me. So let's do that. My charm's not great, but you know, doesn't hurt to try. You said average?
Yeah, average. Nah, girl, you buying your own drink.
But I do want to strike up a conversation. I do want to at least like.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Some, like local shit. Like, well, you know, who's the best steak in town?
Okay.
The charming Wookiee gets his drink bought for him.
Your buddy from before has come out of his drunken sleep just long enough to roll up to the bar, buy you a drink, buy himself a drink, and then like tell some random strangers that you're gonna be the next dewback wrangling champion of the planet. And then he like promptly just like falls back into his booth.
All right, I beckon Stevie over towards me. Like, hey, here's some easy marks to talk to.
They immediately start asking Stevie questions specifically about you and your touted abilities as a dewback wrangler, and like what competitions you have already competed in, and a bunch of information that is very confusing to her. But yeah, you are now engaged in conversation with several fellows.
Oh, I'm gonna start talking his ass up.
Give me an easy deception check with a boost die.
Huh?
Give me an easy deception check with a boost die.
Hell yeah.
These guys now believe Rovi to be the Carillion Regional Dewback Champion. And they are now buying both of you drinks.
Awesome.
Yeah. And they are excited to talk about literally anything you want to talk about.
Well, We just promised them that we can show them first thing tomorrow.
One of the humans. We'll say it's 2 humans and a Iridonian. Zabrak, the guys with the horns. 2 humans and an Iridonian, and the Iridonian, who is fairly drunk, is like, why wait? I got a whole herd in the pens ready to go to auction. And you know what? I got the perfect one. I got this ornery bastard. If you want to come whoop him into shape right now, I'd buy your drinks for the rest of the night.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
I'm willing to do it.
Go.
I have no idea what this is, but
You're about to do that. 8 seconds.
Wait, I thought it was 9:30 at night. He wants to do it in the middle of the night and then buy us drinks for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's pretty drunk.
Yeah, he doesn't understand what time it is.
Probably not. He's pretty drunk.
The perfect time.
All right, let me go grab my encounter cards in my backpack.
Absolutely. I used to drive by bars that would already have, you just butted up into like people that had paddocks and shit like that. So you had like a ring and everything. Not that I've ever actually seen this shit go down at 9:30 at night.
right.
Normal, but like I live in Texas, so it's like, yeah, there's a pen right like 2 blocks down.
Aaron, for this Zabrak character whose name you know is Chance, that's his name.
Oh my god!
Imagine Michael Barnes if he had money.
Oh no, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Chance is now your biggest fan, and he is very excited to see you wrestle this dewback.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let Stevie continue to do my negotiating for me, because I can't really communicate super well with him, anyways.
Private.
But I give her the nod that I'm willing to try it out.
All I need. Thank you.
I would say it's safe to say all of your party members, unless you want it to be otherwise, all of your party members can understand you.
Okay.
They know enough already, or you have taught them enough Shirkwood to like communicate most of your points. Now, if you get too shit-faced, I can't guarantee that that's going to remain that way.
Right, but that's any communication when you're shit-faced.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, actually, I have a better idea. Let's say that I don't wrestle for free.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your choice, charm or negotiation, easy with 2 blue die, because this is the Carillion champion, like local champion. So, right. I mean, it would make some sense. This guy is not understanding what you're getting at. However, some other guy from across, from a couple seats over, goes, "Y'all talking about wrangling?" And comes up and he goes, "Boy, I got 300 credits. 300 credits. I can out-wrangle this big fella right here."
Well, now I'm definitely doing it.
That sounds like a bad idea.
He takes your enthusiastic roll in flashing of 300 credits to be like, "All right, let's get to it." Chance, by the way, is fucking ecstatic that there's about to be a midnight rodeo. Chance is literally just really excited to be here. In fact, him and his buddies are now like drumming up like interest for this. And by the time you guys actually get out to the stockholding area, there's probably 45 people that have come with you. Chance has immediately gone into bookie mode.
Okay, good. I was going to say,
taking bets, and he's putting 2-1 that you win.
all right, cool. We're charging a cover for this, right?
Oh yeah. He's excited. He's like, dude, we're gonna make so much money.
Nice.
You're gonna whoop this dude's ass. Like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Do you? I tell you what. Roll. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
7. Okay. Liz, pick a number between 1 and 10.
9.
What?
9.
9. All right. Well, Rovi, you got closest. The number was 5.
Okay.
So you get to decide who goes first.
I'm gonna have him go first. I feel like that's the baller move.
Okay. This guy
And if I'm really lucky,
drunkenly rides. This guy, he's not nearly as drunk as Chance.
yeah.
But I mean, he's definitely like. It's a good thing he's riding an animal that can steer itself. You know.
I figure if I get real lucky, maybe he'll get trampled, and then it's I win by default. So he's going first.
Okay, I like that. So this guy rolls up on his what is Varactyls, the lizard thing,
Mhm.
which you've seen a fair amount of in town. Like you're like that is probably the most common mode of like individual transportation that you've seen.
It's the Honda Accord of the plateau.
Yes. Or the Nissan Pathfinder of the
Yeah.
of the plateau. And so he rolls up and he steps off. He's kind of doing his stretches. This guy's like clearly he's got on like workman's clothes, like he's got his own rope. Like clearly he's done this a fair bit. This might even be his job. And so and he says, so he goes up to Chances. All right, which one of these am I wrangling? And Chance goes, well, I'm saving my real troublemaker for the champ. But you see that ornery one over there? And he points to this one dewback, which, by the way, is a humongous fucking lizard. He points over to this one particular dewback that's kind of like, he's moving around a lot more than the rest of these guys, and he's kind of like pushing some of the other ones a little bit and kind of just being a little bit of a dick. He's like, I got that one for you. And so he runs over and he like pulls out like a little like shock prod thing, and he starts like moving that one towards like the arena area that they've kind of thrown up at the last minute. People are starting to get excited. This dude hops the fence, pulls out this like steel cable like rope thing that he's got, kind of like a cowboy noose rope thing, lasso, and he's gonna make a check. He's gonna make a coordination check. Roll for me. I did that right?
Yep. It's just taking a second.
bot is just lagging.
Well, shit.
Good thing.
Oh man, I want this guy to do good. So I gave him a black die for being drunk, but a blue die for having done this before.
That seems fair.
I feel like in car crash, like maybe the little more loosey you are.
Well, see, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Is like
bull riding can be that way. Like you know.
And Liz, this is something to keep in mind for DMing, especially with this game. Is what I like to do. It really adds flavor. Is if I assign black dice or blue dice for like specific reasons, like in this case, depending on how they come, how they show up, that will affect the narration.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Weird. It says the bot's online. Okay, let me grab my dice and my dice tray, and I will roll it.
All right.
There is a Google Edge of the Empire dice for those of you who need the bot, and that works fine.
Luckily, I never got rid of that app from when we were playing in person. I almost bought some dice the other day, and I shouldn't have.
Oh, by the way, Sam got me this super dope octopus dice rolling tray.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those that, like, it's cloth on one side, leather on the other, and then it lays flat, but you can snap the corners together to make a tray. So you can like put it inside a folder if you want, or not, which is pretty cool in my book. Okay. Sorry, I gotta. My desk is a shit show. I gotta clear off some space. All right. Okay. What? So I'm gonna go purple, blue, and black. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. So you can tell he's a little drunk, you know what I mean? And like definitely not bringing his A game. But like he's also clearly done this quite a bit. And has some skill at it. And he pretty much just like ropes this thing from a standing position and like as the rope he like gets up real close to it, and as the rope is about to like pull him off his feet, he kind of hops up and kicks off the thing's leg and lands just right in like the shoulder blade area, and he's kind of got this thing by the neck, and he's slowly working this rope and kind of steering it and not getting bucked off, and he kind of wrestles this thing down into submission, and the crowd starts cheering.
Damn.
And he goes, "I guess you're up next, furball."
What?
I'm thinking of ways to cheat. I guess I had.
Off. That's how you cheat.
I want to see if I can borrow his rope because I didn't bring my own.
I forgot to ask you, Roby. Like, do you know how to?
Me?
That's a pretty big thing to forget to ask.
Do I know how to wrangle these guys?
Yeah. Like, have you ever done this before?
No.
Well.
It'll be fine.
I've never gambled
Trust
before,
him, of
so
course.
both of us.
He just looked at me and he's like, "Hey, you look like you'd be good at this," and I didn't say no.
You look like you would be good at it.
Yeah, so we'll see if that works. Um, I do ask the guy if I can borrow his rope because I don't have my own with me.
Like I said, it's the first time I've ever gambled either, so let's go.
Wait. Are you asking the guy who challenged you?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I'm asking what's his nuts? The Chase.
Chance?
Yeah, Chance.
Yeah, Chance absolutely gives you his rope.
Okay, cool. I also on the sly ask him if he's got any stun stuff.
Stuff.
He just laughs and like pats you on the lower back, which is like where a normal person's shoulder would be.
Right.
Like maybe mid back. He's gonna pat you like, ha, go get him, Tiger.
All right.
Well, I will need from you a average coordination check. I guess I should say, how are you trying to rope this? How are you trying to take on this beast?
So first off, I'm gonna roar at it because I feel like that's a good idea. That'll get the blood pumping a little bit. So
Okay.
let out a big old Wookiee roar. At least it'll get the crowd fired up at the very least. And then I'm basically gonna try to mostly copy what he did.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer because I know that my aim's not gonna be as good. So I'm gonna get closer to the dewback than he did, but then I'm gonna try to get the rope around the neck and then just strangle it into submission, basically.
Okay.
Just muscle it down, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, probably the biggest difference that I'm doing between what I just saw him do is I'm gonna get closer because I know that my aim with that rope is gonna be shit.
All right. All right. Go ahead and give me a average survival check with one setback. You've never like worked with or approached dewbacks before, have you?
Nope, not that I know of.
Okay, yeah. Then give me an average survival with 2 setback.
2 setback? Oh no.
I don't know if it's gonna let us roll, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll roll over here. One failure, 1 advantage.
Okay. As you're walking up on it, so first off, I should start by saying, when Chance pointed out this guy's the dewback this guy was wrangling, it was kind of being antisocial and kind of giving the people around it a hard time. Mm-hmm. The one that he points out for you to wrangle is literally being completely left alone by all of the other dewbacks, and they are giving it a respectable amount of space.
All right.
Before they even bring this guy into the ring. And now that this guy's in the ring, he's a little fucking grouchy, Maybe he was woken up, and maybe he's not so excited about that. But either way, you do not get even halfway to where you were hoping to be before this guy starts like giving you the grunt, like, all right, man, keep coming, see what happens.
Right.
Fuck around and find out.
Right. So you're getting the grunt. What are you gonna do?
Maybe I change tack and go for the legs. See if I can rope one of its legs.
All right. Go ahead and give me a average coordination check.
Okay.
With 1 setback die.
Coordination, 1 setback. One success, 2 disadvantage.
1 success, 2 disadvantage.
Yep.
All right. You rope this guy by the leg. And he is not happy about it. Also in the background, you can hear people going, what the fuck is he doing? And then you just hear Chance going, that's how they do it in the core. That's how they do it in the core. And and this guy starts charging you pretty hard.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm gonna try to flip the rope around and get him around the neck. So I've got it secured to his leg. Now I'm gonna take the slack of the rope and try to wrap that around his neck, assuming he's charging right at me.
he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
would
go to
say-
the opposite side. If it's on his right, I mean, if I'm facing him and it's on my right, I go to my left and try to get behind him and wrap it around his neck.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you can either give me a hard athletics check or an average coordination check.
All right.
And which one are you using?
Let me check. I need to see my athletics roll first. Oh yeah, I'll do the athletics check. Hard athletics.
Yeah.
Yep. That's 3 purple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 advantage.
1 advantage. Okay. You don't get it wrapped around his neck. You do get his other foot. So you now have both front feet and he's kind of hobbled. Like you got him and he can't get his legs that far forward, so he can't take nearly as big as steps. So he can't move quite as fast.
Somewhat immobilized then. Okay.
Yeah, sort of. But he's still tromping around, and you got to kind of move with him to keep enough slapping on the rope to keep from getting dragged around.
Okay.
And he's kind of doing circles because he's trying to either get you with his head or whack you with his tail. He is not happy with you.
Fair enough. Okay. At this point, I'm going to try to jump on his back and use the rope to, basically choke him out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a average athletics check with 2 setback die.
Okay.
Because you've never done this before.
What the hell? Okay, I'm screenshotting this. It's 5 success and 3 disadvantage.
5 success and 3 disadvantage. Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
There we go.
Nice. Okay, so you try to imitate his little hop motion up, right? Except you did not take into account the fact that you were humongous and way stronger compared to him. And so you just sort of kick off of its leg thing as you go up. And you get up, but you are now standing on this thing's back. And this was not your plan. You are not feeling very stable and will take 2 black die on any attempt to wrangle this thing and control it from the standing position.
Okay.
So you're up there. You're on top. What are your plans? What are you trying to do here?
I'm just dropping down and trying to get either my arms or the rope around his neck.
Okay.
And it's squeezy time.
Go ahead and give me a average coordination with 1 setback die. So you're trying to get into a more advantageous position. You're not going to try to wrestle this thing from standing position, right?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of dropping down and wrestling at just dropping down and grabbing the neck. So.
Okay. Then yeah, just go ahead and give me an average coordination check.
Okay. Oh, all dice canceled out.
Okay. You try to go down to get a better position, and he starts bucking. Looks like you're gonna have to fight this guy standing.
All right. Then I guess I do that.
All right. Go ahead and give me a hard athletics check with 2 black die to wrestle this thing into submission.
Oh, 1 success, 2 disadvantage.
1 success, 2 disadvantage. So it takes you a little longer to like wrestle him down than the other guy did. But like you do it from a standing position. So it's quite impressive. And everybody is literally losing their shit. Chance over here he's I told y'all. He thinks he's quite excited. He's like, I told y'all you ain't never seen nothing like that. He's very excited. Everyone is quite drunk and cheering you. A couple of them try to like lift you up on their shoulders and then immediately give up on that idea.
Yeah.
What is everybody else doing while this nonsense is taking place?
I don't know. I was under the impression this was a job that we were taking, not that we were. Oh, this is a different guy, isn't it? This is not the job.
Yeah, it's a different guy.
One that wanted to drunkenly hire him in the. I think you had a great first interview.
Yeah, I think so.
And I just think I've been talking you up the whole time to everybody.
This is the true fake it till you make it type situation.
Right. Like, oh, that's my good buddy.
Stevie's over there Stevie's over like, now you see that? That's not typical tactics, but my man knows what he's doing. Like,
right. Like, he's not the best at it, but he's intuitive. You know, he's ingenuity. That's what he's got. He's ingenious.
Darn, are you doing anything? Or Dar, are you doing anything special besides just watching the insanity unfold?
No, I don't know what to do. I'm just
Okay.
watching in shock.
In that case, after a little while, the festivities, kind of taper to an end. Everyone pretty much unanimously agrees that even though it took you slightly longer to bust in, because you had the obviously more aggressive of the two, and because you did it standing on his back, you clearly win.
All right.
Chance rolls around and is just immensely excited, claps you on the middle of the back again, and goes, my man, let me tell you, that was a thing of beauty. And he says, oh, by the way, here's your take. And he slaps 200 credits into your hand.
Awesome.
Wow.
We did pretty damn good on that one. But, that's what you'd expect from the Karelia regional champion.
Just give him a...
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody kind of goes back to the cantina. And you and your friends do not have to pay for drinks for the rest of the night.
Awesome. We take full advantage of that.
All right.
With your new celebrity status, can you get us a job?
What?
With his celebrity status, can you get us a job or some information?
Yeah, absolutely. Given your minor local celebrity status,
We got plenty of phone numbers that night.
As I go back to the bar, I group back up with everybody, with my buddies, Stevie
Right.
and Dar, and it's like anybody that wants to come drink with us is more than welcome to. But it's we're a group here, so
Yeah.
now we've got all kinds of people interested in talking to us.
Right. And like over the course of the night, you get many offers on various ranches. Really, like some of them aren't even they don't even really sound like they have anything to do with like breaking in herd animals. They just like you.
They just want a Wookiee on their
cool.
retainer. Yeah, they just want a Wookiee on retainer.
Right. They're seeing the immediate advantages of having a humongous Wookiee like on staff. And it's just you're some people are like, and God forbid someone tries to rob us, there'd be nothing left of it. The wheels are turning. You get a lot of phone numbers, make a lot of friends, but you don't walk away with anything other than kind of like general labor jobs that I mean, you could certainly do them and they would pay the bills, but they are not fund and expedition money.
All right,
if that makes sense.
I mean, we're not trying to like rent a house and everything, though.
No, we just need transportation for the most part, right?
Usually, those places, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're looking for transportation, you meet at least half a dozen people that are headed out in the morning in just about every conceivable direction, willing to take you pretty much anywhere you want to go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I think that might be a better deal because then we don't have to worry about returning any animals or taking care of them.
Yeah.
Also, Chance gives all of you guys his contact information, and says, "Let me know next time you're in town. We'll stop and stop by and we'll get a drink and maybe talk about setting up some sort of tournament." He is now very excited at the prospect of setting up some sort of exhibition rodeo with you as the headliner.
That's a good freak show, I gotta say.
Wookiees always make good fighters.
Yeah.
And and so Rovi, no, I will just give you because I want to reward this whole interaction because it was very fun, I think. You now have Chance as a contact that you guys can all call if you want to. And also I will let you at random flip a destiny point to somehow use some of the other contacts that you've made. Like, let's say you guys roll up on a random farmhouse, and if you want, you can flip the destiny point for it to turn out to the guy who owns it was one of the guys that you were talking to after the rodeo.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
That type of thing. So you now have some local contacts if you want. If you want to use them.
Sweet. So while we're having this discussion too, we should probably ask about the Spectre. See what the locals know about that.
Oh, they know all the fuck about it.
Yeah, seems like.
Yeah, a couple of the guys are pretty spooked. Just like, oh, I don't want to think about it right now. It's one of the best parts about being in the city. But most people, actually, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me a easy charm check with 2 boost die.
And that'll be somebody else, right? Because I'm not really talking to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Say charm check.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do that one. With easy charm check with
2 boost, 2 advantage to it. I mean, you guys are in the presence of a local hero.
Are you kidding me? All I get is 2 advantage out of that.
All you get is 2 advantage? Okay. Most people generally agree that the Spectre, one, everybody says the Spectre's real. for sure real. Most people are in agreement that it doesn't like go and harass people. You have to like enter its territory before you'll see it and be bothered by it.
Okay.
And like nobody knows somebody that's seen it or been killed by it, but everybody knows somebody who knows somebody that has seen it or been killed by it. It's like, have you seen? No, I haven't seen it, but it got my buddy's cousin 3 weeks ago, type of thing.
3 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
On camera.
What?
Has it on camera.
Right, yeah. Somebody has a picture of it. Like,
We put up those motion cameras.
right. Yeah, but you can't find anybody that can definitively say that they have personally seen it or seen evidence of it. But you guys do get a much more precise kind of location for it, and a whole lot of people telling you to completely stay away from that area. It's not worth it.
Has anyone tried to fight this thing?
Nobody has that information at present or is willing to discuss that.
Even more intriguing. Okay, well, I say we ditch the bar and go get some sleep for tonight. In hopes of finding, I guess, a way to like transportation toward the area of this place.
Okay. Literally above the cantina are rooms to rent that you can rent from inside the cantina.
Nice.
One of the many services offered.
Also, does anyone have any camping gear?
I do not. But I should probably get some.
I was about to say, we just got 200 credits. I probably have about 20 left.
Nope.
Just from my last.
I don't have any credits. That's why I wanted to find work.
How much would camping gear cost?
Nah.
You guys could get a basic camping kit for, I want to say, $350.
Okay.
That would be base price if you were buying it during character creation. Otherwise, it would probably be closer to $550. I would say on this planet specifically, probably wouldn't be that much. You'd probably be like $475, just because there's a lot of people going out there, so there's a lot of demand, so there's a lot of product. Like this planet is being homesteaded.
And I kind of just want to check it out, but we can always come back and get a job.
Yeah.
Like if we decide,
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's not that far away. We could do like a day trip out there.
Right. I just kind of want to check it out first.
Yeah.
If you guys are going by foot, it's a multi-day trip.
Oh, no, we're not going by foot. We're getting a ride.
I don't have any food.
Yeah, I was going out toward that area, like a hitchhiking kind of.
I don't have any survival gear if we were to go out there. Like, I wouldn't be able to cook anything if we hunted. Like, my only weapon, I believe, if I remember right, yeah, I have an ancient sword. I don't have a gun. So,
Do you think I could do mechanics to, like, make shelters, or that's more survival, isn't it?
That's survival.
I mean, we can bring rations, right, to sustain us for a couple of days or a day at least.
I got whiskey.
Yeah, you guys can bring rations, can purchase rations.
All right, I could purchase because I have about 20 credits left, so I'm sure I could get like some food, some ration bars.
Yeah, I mean, the money I just made can go into the the fund of the group fund.
Oh, how
Get like a
thoughtful.
tent
Mm.
to have somewhere to stay, shelter, and food. We should be
Yeah.
good.
Sounds like we don't have enough for like a full camping gear, but we definitely have enough for food. So
Right? And, like something to make a fire with. Like
That's
when we
good.
get up, like, matches, whatever.
hopefully we can find a cave or something.
Or you can just get like a tarp and make a lean-to.
Yeah, true.
So 220 credits should get us that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think rations are like 8 credits each, and figure each pack of rations is a day's food. So if it's going to take you guys on foot, or I guess possibly by raft, if you on foot, say maybe 6 days out, 6 days back. If you're hitching a ride out there, they're only going to be willing to take you so far. Nobody wants to tango with this thing.
Yeah. So like what? How?
We could get within like a day's walk of it.
Maybe not a day's walk, but like maybe 2 days walk. Yeah, of like the area where you are guaranteed to see this. Yeah.
Okay, so if we each get 2 things of ration and a ride there and back.
But we'll need for the way
Right.
back too.
Yeah.
So we'll need like four sets of rations apiece.
House, yeah, and then picked up at that place.
What about renting one of those lizard things? And how much? Like what kind of a amount of? Not the dewback. What's the thing that Obi-Wan rides?
Oh, the rack.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we do that, are you guys gonna like rent a place to stay the night, or are you gonna like?
Yeah, I'm terrible with money.
Well,
or will one of our newfound friends let us crash?
Give me an
like Chance. Chance
check.
owes no. Chance owes me. I call him that. I let Chance know. Hey man, can I crash on your couch tonight? Me and my buddies.
He says absolutely.
Yeah.
nice.
That guy's not saying no to anything right now.
No.
How's your firstborn? Can I take that with me? All right, great, thanks.
Yeah, he okay. Yeah, he is. So you guys crash on Chance's floor, of his room, and wake up. Everybody give me an average resilience check.
For sleeping on that floor.
Well, that plus the hangovers.
Fair.
Oh.
If y'all were drinking other people's drinks all night.
I mean, I was, yeah.
Oh shit, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Average, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened again. 1 advantage. Every time I roll tonight, it ends up with just advantage.
That's what happened to me too. I got 3 advantage. On the two purple that I rolled were 4 failures to offset my 4 successes.
Damn it.
All right. Well, both of you with your advantages, you wake up with like a very mild hangover. Like it's like it's mostly just like a slightly worse than normal headache. But like, you know, you're fine. You're not, you know, like it's not going to impair your situation. Although you are not as so keen as Chance is to have a little, as he jokingly puts it, hair of the Wookiee, as he just like hits the bottle of whiskey, just like pops right out of bed. Oh, that was a good one, boys. And just like puts back like a good chug. He's like, oh, little hair of the whiskey, or hair of the Wookiee, and like offers it to you guys in turn.
I politely decline.
No, thank you.
Stevie, how was your resilience check?
It was 2 failure, 2 advantage.
You blow chunks at the offer of the whiskey. Your advantage is you make it to the bathroom.
Solid advantage. That's the advantage you want to have. Get kicked out of Chance's place real quick.
And Chance just giggles. He just goes, "Oh, lady, you're going to want to up your game if you're going to be hanging out with cattle people, with ranching people." And he kind of giggles, and it takes another big swallow of the whiskey before he corks the bottle and says, "Well, you guys give me a call next time you're in town." Yes, but I gotta get the rest of those dewbacks to market.
All right, well, we should thank him for letting us crash. Tell him we'll see him around.
Yeah, he gives you. He goes in for like a fist bump, and then you can tell he like thinks better of it as he extends his hand and just gives you like a pat on the arm and just tromps on off.
Can I make like a fake signal at him? This is just for me. I make like a fake thing looking kind of like a peace sign, as a something that I'm thinking he's going to assume is cool wherever I'm from, but he has no idea what it is. It's just a random signal, hand signal.
Okay, yeah. Are you doing like the Rick and Morty Peace Among Worlds
exactly
thing?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can just do that.
I stick 3 fingers up and shake him really fast right in front of my face.
Yeah, he like immediately does the same back.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, well, you are now like in walking around town, like you're waiting for your buddy who's going to take you in this direction. There's a lot of people like saying hi to like specifically you, Rovi, and like they'll kind of like also say hi to your compatriots, but like you have now officially become a little local famous.
I was say, like, I already probably stuck out because I'm a Wookiee in the first place, and
right.
Now there's freaking legend to go with it. So okay,
yeah, and like, even people that like weren't there were like, "Oh, that must be the Wookiee that did the thing."
Yeah.
And like, so you see a lot of people like kind of wave and say hi. And you kind of got a little local.
I'm doing the signal to everybody that waves at me. I give them the little 3 fingers across the face, wave real quick.
I'd say at least a quarter of them are doing it back.
Awesome. This is going to be good if I ever want to start a cult later.
Not the most Jedi thing you could have said, but that's cool. More Ben and Gesserit, but okay. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so not too much time passes. Your compatriot, the guy with the airspeeder, he has just dropped off some just concluded negotiations on some equipment that is being brought down later, and he is headed back to his mine on the planet, one of the few miners on the planet, and he's more than happy to drop you 2 days off from the area where you want to be, but he's just like, "Oh, I wouldn't get too much further east than that," type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You say yes, sir, and bid him adieu.
Why? What's that direction?
That's closer to the creature, the wraith.
Oh, the specter thing we're looking for?
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
All right, and we already got our victuals, right?
Your victuals?
Yeah, our food.
Yeah.
Got our rations and everything. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys got. So I think a pop-up tent is something like 10 credits.
Oh,
you guys
nice.
just want to get the rest of that in food?
Yeah. I mean, how big's the tent? Is one for each of us, or is it big enough to cover all three of us?
I would say you would probably need one to yourself, but the other two could probably cram in.
All right, we'll get 2 of those, and yeah, spend the rest on rations. I think
Okay.
they're shelf stable. It's not like they're gonna go
Hey, do we
bad,
have
right?
No, they're basically like those little like protein bar things
Yeah.
that Luke ate. Yeah.
Yep. No,
They don't taste good, but they'll feed you.
we'll get through them. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll spend the rest of the 200 on that and call it good.
Yeah, can we say like it's 200? The rest of the 200 on like food and like other basic camping like flashlights.
Oh yeah,
No, you have to
flashlights.
buy those separately.
God,
We should buy some flashlights though. That's a good call.
Okay.
have a knife.
Like
Yeah.
glow lights or whatever.
How did we forget to bring flashlights again?
That's what I'm saying right now. No.
Yeah.
After that last encounter without flashlights,
Never again.
never again.
That must have been your guys' other game.
Oh, it was traumatizing.
I might have given Daniel nightmares.
No, what happened was I got a flashback to the last time I saw a demon, and it freaked me out in real life.
Mhm.
And so I wasn't like responding rationally.
He caught us both off guard.
Yeah, okay. So I would say if you guys want a flashlight each, enough tents to cover everybody, I would say you guys probably, I mean, what else do you want?
I mean, we don't really need a camp stove if we've got the food. So, I mean, the light is super important. The shelter's important.
Rope. Well, we have shelter though.
Mhm.
Flint and tinder?
Yeah, something to start a fire with.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say you guys just barely have enough rations after buying all of that stuff. If you put the rest of the money into rations, just barely have enough rations for like the 2 days, like you're like the 2 nights you're probably going to be spending in there, and then you can probably get halfway back on foot.
Guess we'll have to hunt.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Yeah, hopefully we see some stuff
I
before.
need practice with my electrolance anyways, so.
Or not hunt, but forage.
Yeah. Does anybody got good like foraging skills, survival?
Yeah, Wookiees should be able to like climb trees and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can climb trees and stuff, but
I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the top, but yeah.
Right.
I've got an okay survival. It's better than average.
Yeah, mine's pretty
Aren't
terrible.
you a seeker?
I don't remember. Yeah, I have a yellow and a green for survival.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I'm still level 1, so.
Yeah, that's true. That just seems low for a seeker.
It is. Well, a lot of my other skills got buffed. So.
Yeah.
This character is a lot better rounded than Keltar was at the start.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So pretty easy flight out. He's driving definitely an older model air car. It kind of it's open topped. And it sort of has like not really like a bed like a truck, but like a smaller cargo area. On it, and it can fit like four or 5 people in it. If you scrunch in. And so it's a pretty pleasant flight out there. The weather is, not too windy, night kind of bright, sunny, just tropical day flying over this rainforest. And you can see that, some of these trees are massive. They're not as big as the trees back on Kashyyyk, but I mean, some of them are like maybe that big around, just not that tall. These are pretty massive trees. Some of these, and the guy's kind of telling you a little bit about things and going like, yeah, the bigger the tree, the bigger the tree, the older it is, and this, that, and the other, and how you always only see littler trees around the big trees. It's because they starve them out for competition. I'm just kind of giving you the little spiel about some of the stuff that you're seeing as he's driving you to where you're headed. Does anybody want to make any specific checks or ask questions on the trip?
I would like to keep an eye open for any edible plant life and maybe any signs of animals, but that would be pretty hard to do from a moving vehicle. Speaking from experience.
Yeah, I would say give me a hard perception check with one disadvantage, one setback die.
Okay. Might as well, because there's nothing else to do. Ooh, that's a big failure. That's 4 failures and 2 disadvantage.
You do not see anything.
Except I think I see everything, probably.
Yeah, you're not really sure. Like you're listening to this guy go on, but you are super focused on like trying to spot like the different things living on these trees, and you're looking for like food and stuff, and you're looking so hard that like there probably was stuff to see, but you completely missed it. Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
accurate.
If nobody's doing anything else, we can carry on.
Wait, sorry, I was muted. I want to ask if there are there any more smaller towns in this area?
I thought
yes,
that was the only
yeah.
town.
He kind of describes
Maps just yet, like communities and shit like that.
Yeah. So he takes this opportunity to proudly describe the local like settled areas. He tells you that his mine is kind of considered to be in the general township, meaning it's in the general area of one of these smaller settlements, of which there's probably, maybe 40 or 50 scattered across the planet. And they're kind of like local hubs, so to speak.
Okay.
Some of which are connected by rivers, some of which are connected by actual like cut trails. That those are typically the better developed ones, are the ones that are actually on cut trails back to the plateau city. But there's also just kind of remote ones that you have to fly into. You kind of get the impression from what he's saying that if you have to fly into a settlement, it's a pretty on its own independent, kind of definitely pioneer type. So, well, now we get all of our dice rolls.
Nice.
Oh, and that first one, that guy would have totally whiffed it. That's too funny.
Time for some retcon.
Nope.
No, I'm
Nice
happy with how
try.
things have turned out. Yeah, I'm fine.
I like the ending of that story far too much to change anything about it. And he tells you that his mining operation is in one of the remote little townships, or kind of in the area of one of the remote little townships, and that he's kind of a little bit of a big shot in his small pond. His mine is pretty profitable. He happened to he happened to buy the claims to a chunk of land that happened to have a couple of really good mineral veins. And there's not that many mines on the planet, but that his is one of the most successful and one of the oldest. And just kind of doing his normal like small town big shot thing.
Yeah, for sure.
but is a friendly enough guy, nice enough guy, just quite proud of his little corner of the universe he's carved out. And so yes, you kind of get the general idea that it's like the places that are probably going to become future like legit cities first are the ones that are on the road system, and then the next like kind of most settled would be the ones that are on the river system, and then the ones that are considered real pioneer are the ones that you have to fly into.
Cool.
Oh my god. I basically described Alaska, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, other places too, but
just like you got your Anchorage and your Kenai, and then you got your Bethel, and then you got your Quick Luck. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's you kind of get a general, like, he kind of says, well, this one's that way and this one's that way, and I would give you some advantage, or at least lower the difficulty on like charting a course to the nearest township if you wanted to.
Nice.
it might be interesting to go see some of those places too. I'm thinking, not right now, but or if you want, yeah.
Most of the jobs you guys were offered were not like required you to transport out to an area like that.
Right. That's why that would also be cool if when we wanted to go back or get one of those jobs. Because I feel like if we're looking for this thing, the small town people are the ones that's going to know it the best. Like,
Makes sense.
Yeah, the super local is what I'm thinking.
Cool.
All right. Well, I would say without further ado, he drops you guys off at it. It looks like it's on the banks of the river. One of the many rivers that was like cutting channels in these mountains. He drops you guys off at this. It's a clearing next to the river, and it kind of looks like it might be a regular like portage spot where people pull out and maybe set up camp or whatever. And he says, "Yeah, this is the last rest stop, the rest spot, in the direction you're headed. So I wouldn't count on running into any assistance if you go further upstream."
Valuable information. Thank you.
That's how it looks.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, best of luck to y'all guys. I hope to catch you again at the next year's rodeo." And he kind of gives Rovi a little like tip of the hat type of thing.
You got it, Boss Hog.
Oh, by the way, have you guys heard of this thing? I don't know where it came from. I think I know where it came from, but they're saying it's a white supremacist thing where you like drag your fingers across the bill of your hat and then flick it.
What?
No.
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
But I don't know
No.
what
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just like the OK hand sign was white supremacist. That's ridiculous.
The story that I heard, and
Where did you hear it?
TikTok, of course. I don't actually learn anything from anywhere. They're saying it's like a rancher's thing when you're like either like bidding on livestock or like evaluating livestock. It's like you like draw your fingers across the bill of your, like, you pinch the bill of your hat, draw your fingers from left to right or from right to left, and then like flick it.
Isn't that a pitcher catcher signal in baseball?
That's what I thought. I thought it was a baseball thing.
To be real though, what's not a signal in baseball?
That's true. I'm pretty sure most of the gang signs probably got their shit from baseball.
Oh yeah. It's just been around longer,
I mean, I say chalk everything after that. Fuck the white supremacists and TikTok. Nope, baseball. Just baseball.
Yeah, sorry, that just popped into my head. Yeah, so he kind of gives you a little like tip of the hat and, kind of shakes his head a little as he like flies off, leaving you in the middle of nowhere.
Well, as he does that, I'm going to give him my little wave of the 3 fingers because,
He does it back for sure.
That's my thing now. Yeah, no, this guy's in. He's cool.
Yeah, so you guys know it's, I would say it's still, late morning probably at this point after shopping and flying a couple of hours. Yeah, it's late morning. You guys it's a beautiful, sunny, gorgeous tropical day.
Okay.
You guys are standing on the banks of this muddy brown river.
I suggest that we set up camp and immediately forage for some food. Because if we're going to be out here searching for this specter, it might take a few days, and trying to operate on 2 days' rations doesn't seem wise to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So talking like forage for like mushrooms or edible plants, and then maybe a little bit of trapping or hunting.
Basically, see if we can sustain ourselves out here.
Yeah.
And then we have the backup of the rations.
Fishing with my electro lance.
I get to go fishing with your electro lance.
Oh my
hell
goodness.
Yeah. Dude, the muddy river, you can get catfish, I bet.
You could go spearfishing. That would be cool. Wait, no, you should go noodling.
Exactly.
Hold up, city girl. Hold up, city girl. I'm gonna need a redneck check.
What's a redneck check then?
Let me see here. How would I do a redneck check? It's definitely gonna be.
If you could just use my melee, because that's really all they're doing is just beating the shit out of stuff, hoping to find something.
No, that would be the specific skill check.
Knowledge.
I'm thinking of what the redneck knowledge check would be.
Underworld.
I would say maybe Outer Rim.
Outer Rim, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give me a knowledge Outer Rim check, and for any rank in survival, I will give you a boost.
I don't have any rank in survival, so yay!
So give me a average knowledge Outer Rim check.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my phone.
Fishing with your electro lance.
You could probably try the roller again. Seems to be working now.
Okay, yeah.
I love the fishing idea.
Yeah.
Everybody else, go ahead and roll me a average survival check.
No.
You do not know. You do not know of any fishing with electricity. All of the fishing you've seen is like industrial fishing.
I just want to throw it and spearfish with it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna try to use it to electroshock the water and catch all the fish.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Although now that you mentioned that.
I mean, I'll keep the same roll, but that's what I was headed for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Go ahead and just roll an average survival check.
Okay, well, let's hear to hope it's even better because. There we go.
Nice.
All right. Aaron, this is not your jam. You're real struggling. If there were things you could chase through the branches of some of these bigger trees, you might be feeling a little more at home, might be doing a little better. But this is not down here on the forest floor. This isn't really where your survival training lies. You know what I mean?
We're not in Kashyyyk anymore.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
We're not in Kashyyyk anymore. The lessons of your boyhood are less applicable.
I'm hungry.
And a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Dar. Also, this is not an environment that you're particularly familiar with as of right now. And you're seeing that there is stuff to be caught and like plants to harvest, but like there's so much that you're not sure what is safe to eat and what is safe not to eat.
Can I grab it anyway?
The wild move there.
Absolutely. You find a plethora of what you believe to be, or what you are hoping is edible roots, mushrooms, and like fruit.
Cool. I'm gonna bring it back with me and see if Stevie knows anything about any of it.
Stevie, you find like you go into like the shallow kind of slack back channel created by like the digging out of the bank where people have like pulled up their boats over and over again. And it's kind of naturally made its own little back eddy channel with still water. And you're kind of peering into there, and you stab your electro lance in a few times, and eventually come out with a pretty good sized aquatic mammal of some kind. That was laying down at the bottom in the soft muddy bottom there. It's kind of like a flat seal.
Nice.
Platypus.
No, like flat though. Like the whole thing is pretty
like
flat.
a flounderfish.
Yeah, kind of like a yeah, but except bigger.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good
eating it up, boys.
Yeah.
I guess when I get back, I want to start a fire and pitch a tent.
Okay. Somebody give me an average survival check with one boost die for your basic level of equipment.
I'll do that. Not so bad. I got 2 success, one disadvantage.
So you managed to get camp set up pretty good. But it takes you a little while to get a fire going. Because the humidity, like finding anything that's truly dry is actually kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Just because of it's so hot and humid. That it's just. But you do eventually get a small fire going. Stevie, would you like to give me a easy survival check to prepare your food, the critter that you killed?
1 second.
Dar, would you like to give me a easy survival check to prepare the food that you acquired?
Yeah. One success. Yay.
Sorry, what'd you say?
He got 1 success. I get 1 advantage.
Nice. Okay. You definitely like are no butcher for sure. You lost a lot of meat, and the hide is definitely not salvageable. But like you managed to get like enough meat to kind of feed the 3 of you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
And you shouldn't have any problem. You can cook it. I'm not going to make you roll to cook it.
Thank you.
Dar, what'd you get?
1 success.
1 success. Yeah, you've cooked. You think you've got this good to go.
Nice.
You've cooked most of these up pretty good. It's like, this one's kind of like a tuber. This one's kind of like a this. You're kind of throwing things together, making a little side dish for the
Making a little twice baked potatoes for everyone.
yeah, a little something. Who all is eating Stevie's dish?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have some.
All right. Stevie, are you eating your own dish?
Absolutely.
Who is eating Dar's dish?
Oh my god.
Yes.
What is
If you'll
I
have
am
me.
very confident in my cooking and my foraging.
I'm eating whatever
If
gets
I-
put in front of me.
If you wake up and I'm not alive the next day,
You know what? Actually, I take away from Darth. I love you, man, but like I do remember your role.
you take it away from me.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put my helping back.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Then in that
I
case,
will try a little bit of my food, so that if I get poisoned, it's hopefully minor.
you only have a little bit. Okay.
I'm hungry. I'm eating up.
All right. In that case, Dar and Rovi. Actually, everybody give me a resilience check.
Ruh-roh. Never-
Wait.
never a good
also,
thing.
are you guys? What's your guys' plan for nighttime? Are you like setting watch or what?
As long as I feel fine after eating, I'd be happy to take watch.
I'll take
Yeah, we'll just take shifts. Everybody take a shift. We got a flashlight and
Yeah, I didn't
Have
hear
a-
what the difficulty was for the resilience.
What?
What's the difficulty for the resilience?
Let's go ahead and make it average.
You're going easy on me. Okay.
Oh no! How?
Stevie, I thought you didn't eat Dar's food.
I didn't.
Then you don't have to roll.
Oh shit! Okay, good because that was awful.
Rovi, you think this stuff is great.
I usually do.
Like you're particularly fond of the mushroom.
Yeah.
One fail, one advantage.
Dar, you are not so much a fan of the dish. I mean, it tasted fine going in, but you think maybe one of those like fruits just isn't for you.
Well,
And yeah, you got the craps, buddy. It takes an hour or two to set in, but you you got the jungle shoots, bud.
y'all are just minding your own business, and you hear this little trumpet sound off in the background. It's just an Arcano farting off in the distance.
Yeah, so that's you guys. Whatever order you guys want to go in, let me know, and you guys can just make your perception checks from that.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific or just looking for trouble?
Oh, always looking for trouble, but you know what? If there's like a rodent-sized something in the night that could also food, I'm gonna take a shot because I want to practice with my what's it called?
Electrostaff?
My electro lens. So like getting my aim and like trying to focus on that and keep up.
Is that the
But-
same thing that those Magna guards use? Or
No.
thinking of something? Am I thinking of Magna or electrostaff?
That's an electro staff,
Okay.
which
But,
is
like-
a super badass and illegal weapon.
But like, yeah, maybe using at least like meditating on it or using that as a practice to like stay good,
Okay. Go ahead and give me a average perception check. Yeah, just go ahead and give me an average perception check.
I need to work on that. Why is that perception always shittily low every time I make a character? Yep.
Oh, all dice have canceled out. Okay. Yeah, in that case, you don't see anything to be worried about. You also don't see anything of interest.
Fine night.
Maybe you forgot the flashlight to turn on or something. I don't know. Whoever's taking next watch, tell me what you're looking for. If you're looking for anything in particular.
I'll do it, and I'm keeping an eye open for any predators.
For predators?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me an average perception check.
Okay. Ugh. One failure, one advantage. Again.
One failure, one advantage.
My dice hate me tonight.
Yeah.
You don't see exactly. You don't specifically see any predators. You do see a lot of eyes. It's a lot of eyes. Some of them are pretty good size, and some of them are a whole lot of eyes really close together.
Oh, gee.
But nothing comes close enough in to the fire or anything, or your flashlight beam to be recognized.
Okay.
If that makes
I
sense.
can't remember, but I keep thinking that he has night vision, and I'm looking it up quickly. All right, that's all for me then.
Okay. Roby, why don't you tell me if you're looking for anything in particular?
No. Just kind of looking for animals, not necessarily predators, not necessarily not, just any animals.
Okay. Yeah.
Average perception.
Yep, perfect. You see quite a bit of nocturnal life. Maybe it's just, your natural, growing up in large forests, you kind of know what to look for. But I mean, you see small stuff getting chased by medium stuff, getting chased by bigger stuff, all across the forest. None of it looks particularly threatening as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, none of it's getting that close to you anyways.
Yeah. So I see a handful of, small to medium-sized animals. Anything big or?
You don't see anything big enough to worry about. You see a couple things like large cat-sized, maybe a dog-sized. Most of it seems to be up in the trees themselves.
Okay.
Not so much on the ground.
And I can assume they're not as big as me. So, all right, cool.
No, they are nowhere near as big as you. We're talking large cats, medium-sized dog.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, at least I know that there's things to be hunted.
Oh yeah, there's definitely plenty of things that you could see. This would be a small game.
Yeah.
I would even give you advantage on a survival check to try and trap them or something.
Cool.
So yes, remember you have advantage on your next survival check to acquire food.
Sweet.
All right. The rest of the evening passes uneventfully, and you guys wake up. Everybody give me an easy resilience check.
You said average?
Easy.
Wow. Son of a bitch.
Woo! Finally, I got a success and a triumph. Oh.
I got another failure triumph.
Wow. Okay. Awesome, guys. Awesome.
Figure
Steve,
that out, DM.
you are not so pleased. You very much prefer the actual beds you've slept on pretty much every single night up to this point. This woods shit has not agreed with you. Dar, what'd you say your role was?
I got a success and a triumph.
Success and a triumph. This is probably the best night's sleep you've got in a while. Like no obnoxious, city noises or, little tiny sounds of a starship. No, this was just good, restful, peaceful sleep. Roby, that dinner came around. It just took you a little longer to catch up. And like it didn't, it kind of kept you up a little bit despite being delicious. Not enough to actually make you shit yourself or anything, because I don't know how you get shit out of Wookiee fur, but I'm sure it's not fun. But despite that, you woke up kind of at one point in the middle of the night to like kind of adjust, and you saw a bunch of you just hit it at the right time, and I guess everybody was holding nice and still. You saw several rather large winged creatures kind of flying in between the trees at night, making little chirping noises at each other. And these things were probably 4 or 5 feet across. They were pretty good sized. Not, they were mostly ignoring you. They were quite high up, but you saw them and remember thinking oh man, those would be easy to catch.
Yeah.
And you just kind of woke up with a lot of thoughts about how to make camp better the next time.
All right, cool. I share them with my compatriots.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right. What's you guys' plan for this beautiful morning?
Let's see. Well, what kind of information do you think we have that we could use to find the trail of this specter? I mean, I don't think it had.
I thought we followed the river.
I would, yeah.
Yeah. You guys know that if you follow the river for 2 days, you will be smack in what is kind of considered the middle of its territory.
Ah, I see. I had forgotten.
Can I take a look? I guess do a perception check or whatever to take a look at how swiftly it's flowing.
Give me an average survival check.
How does it look? Like if we were to hypothetically have a average what?
Average survival check. Or knowledge outer rim, your choice.
I'll do survival. So it's definitely more of a survival question.
Said no.
Fine.
You're pretty confident that it's moving at a reasonable speed, but if you guys were to paddle, you could travel up river or push yourself along with poles on a boat. You could travel up river at a reasonable pace.
Oh shit, we would be going in the into the current though.
You would be going into the current, yes.
Oh, I mean, good to know, but that killed that train of thought.
It's not moving particularly fast. Let me put it that way. You very well could canoe up the river.
Okay, cool then.
We don't have a boat.
I mean,
Details.
really, mechanics is just can be a lot of things, right?
anything's a boat if
Let's
you're
build
brave
a
enough.
cedar strip
I mean, if
canoe
I know how
in a
to
matter of a few
words.
hours.
You
know
know
that's
what?
supposed to take
You know
2
what?
years.
Hang on 1 second. Vehicle. Craft vehicle. Do we have primitive? What is custom vehicle? Is boat. Boat an option?
We can make a log canoe if we find a downed log and use
Custom
the burning technique to burn the interior out.
No, this is going to require a. This is going to require.
Because we got a vibro axe.
We could clear a lot. We could build a whole fucking raft.
I'm
Trying to.
just thinking bushcraft stuff here.
You
Mhm.
absolutely can build a boat, but it's going to be survival checks.
You know, I mean, I'm still down to at least try. Like,
Me too.
not moving. It's not going to kill us if we give it a shot. I mean, I ate good last night.
I've got a yellow and a green on survival.
All right, dude. I say we try and build a raft.
Yeah,
Okay, I want everybody to give me an average survival check. Gar gets a black die.
Oh, I get a black die?
Yeah, you're still shitting your brains out.
Don't know what that has to do with it, but okay. Oof. Oof. One success, one disadvantage.
Okay.
That's actually not so bad.
Roby, what you got?
Sorry, what was that supposed to roll?
Average survival to help build the raft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
I believe in you.
The force is with us.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Hey.
The force is
And
with
what
us.
did you get, Dar?
I got one success, one disadvantage. Is that what I think that's what I said?
Okay. It takes you a lot longer than you thought. In fact, it takes you most of the day. But between the three of you, you guys managed to build a pretty good size, like square log raft Huckleberry Finn thing.
Cool.
And you managed to also build a selection of poles to push yourselves along and paddles to paddle with.
Nice.
Um,
Okay, suggestion. We should spend the rest of the day getting more food and food that we know we can eat from last night's experience, and we'll pack our raft with it in the morning after we sleep through the night again.
Sure.
Just thinking basic survival here.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, getting as much, especially because we have a little bit of an understanding of the woods now. So
Right.
Use that to our advantage.
mm-hmm.
So
Okay, yeah. In that case, everybody give me, and I guess another average survival check. Except for Rory, who gets 3 blue die.
wow, 3 blue die, huh? Oh my goodness.
You said average?
Yes.
Is that average perception?
Survival.
Motherfucker. Oh, well. I'm not doing terribly, but I'm like, meh, you know.
Whoops.
Rovi, did you forget your boost die?
Oh, the blue die?
Yeah, you get 3 of them.
Oh, shit.
1 for your nighttime observations, and then 2 for the success you got.
Not a lot of help.
So one disadvantage.
Wow.
Really turned the table with those blue die.
Well. How the turn?
Okay. Despite all of your best efforts, the only person to come back with any food is Dar. It took you a while, and you probably barely gathered enough to like feed you for tonight. But like you did get extra food, or you did get food, just probably not enough to feed you guys for any more than this day's meal.
Crap.
I'm not gonna lie, I had not expected you guys to do this right off the bat.
Really?
Yeah, because you guys are totally prepared for it.
Where you learned from previous experiences.
Obviously not. We're just fucking going in. You know what? Fuck it.
Well, I mean, I learned to be prepared. Whether I had money or my rolls went well is not up to me.
We weren't prepared again. I don't know. I'm silently plotting my way back home to a bed.
You're silently plotting your way back home.
Well, to a bed. I'm thinking of all those jobs back in town.
I think you're undervaluing our success here. We've been able to find food that we can eat in a place we've never been to before, and we successfully slept the night in the most basic of tents, and we fashioned ourselves a boat to go down the river. That's a
That's
a
really
success. That is not a survival failure. That
You successfully slept. Rovi successfully slept.
Oh.
I, on the other hand. But I appreciate your optimism, and that's what keeps me going. At Rumble, it's still not as bad as working for the Empire. ... But I do want to see, I don't know, do we start to, keep on the lookout for, anything that might give this thing away? If it kills with fire, is there anything burned around, the area?
It's a good question. Yeah, have we seen any signs of this thing?
And also, since it may be force sensitive, we should be able to sense its presence.
Something from
Probably.
it, right?
It depends
there's
on how in tune you are.
There's got to be a hair raising, or
If it's anything like in the movie.
Did any of you take the sense force power?
ooh, fudge. No.
Yeah, no.
And I picked up the wrong book the other day. I should have gotten Consulars instead of Mystics. Because I'm Nimia Disciple, but I don't know what that means.
Where? Can't find my force on this page.
I have Heal Harm as my force power.
Am I the Pathfinder force user? Is that what that means? Let me see.
You are the
Pathfinder, is that
Pathfinder, yes.
it's my specialization?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, too bad I don't have Swift, because then I would not suffer the usual penalties for moving through difficult terrain. Oh my goodness, if I have a forager skill.
You haven't been using your forager skill?
Well, but I haven't earned it yet because I'm down. I don't have enough XP.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely have access to
I
all
could
that stuff.
remove up to 2 black dice on survival checks for foraging. No wonder. Okay, so this really fits Dar's calling to be doing what we're doing right now.
Okay, so coming up on the end of the day, you guys got full bellies and a newly made craft
Okay, well,
that you're all quite proud of.
since Stevie didn't get a great night's sleep, I'll take first watch.
All right.
Oh, stretch it out on the raft.
Ooh, waterbed.
Are we gonna leave right away in the morning, or are we gonna try one more time to get food?
I say we hunt as we go.
Okay.
We still have rations too that we haven't really dipped into. So
I'm the kind
Um,
of guy who's like, I always want to have a backup because something could go horribly wrong.
On a raft? I don't see how that could possibly backfire.
Yeah, no space
That we built
piranhas or
ourselves?
anything.
I mean, either way, we're surrounded by food.
As long as we can catch and
That's-
ingest it safely, yeah.
Yeah. Whether or not that food's edible is a different question.
somebody give me an easy perception or survival check, your choice.
Okay.
I'll do it. Okay. Your perception's better.
One failure, one advantage.
On an easy perception check?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think my dice don't like me tonight.
Yeah.
Dan, I just think you're cursed, man.
I might be.
I think the dice bot has found a way to affect you in the real world.
I can't escape it.
Okay. You failed, but you have advantage. You start thinking and you realize that like having a boat changes things, but in ways you're not really sure how.
Fair enough. You're like, this means
Like,
something.
I feel the boat is significant, but I can't put my finger on what.
Yeah. I don't know how. And I'll, for some reason, keep it to myself and not mention it to anyone else.
Okay. All right. It's the next day, bright and early. Everybody give me the average resilience check.
Why? Why? One failure.
Okay.
Apparently, I was up all night thinking about that boat.
Dar, you don't know what the deal was if you're sleeping on a route or what, but you could not get a good night's sleep. It just sucked. It just sucked. Stevie, not as bad as last night for sure, but still not very comfortable. You weren't like actively miserable, but you still didn't get what you would consider a good night's sleep. And like you maybe got a little bit of a crick in your back, but nothing like yesterday.
That's good.
It just hit me.
Roby?
It's
You had a great
close
night.
to midnight here, so I might need to wrap it up in about 10 or 15.
Okay, yeah. Roby, you had a great night's sleep. You're ready to roll. You woke up feeling rested and happy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get on that darn raft and get going.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody give me an easy survival check.
Ooh, lots of those tonight. Hey,
Or if you really, really want, you can use planetary piloting.
No, because I just got 4 success. I want to keep that.
Okay. Well, apparently all of your guys' survival skills are centered around operating a homemade raft.
We wouldn't have built it if we otherwise.
The first foray we have a level 1 into surviving, and we
Right. Yes.
guys, I knew I was preparing.
You guys, you guys all are just jiving, just vibing, working in unison, between like the person kind of steering with the pole and the 2 people like paddling with the oars. Like you guys are making pretty good time up this slow, lazy river.
I'll be singing an Arconian shanty song or whatever.
Awesome.
So we're keeping in time, you know.
There you go. Excellent. I love this idea. Whoever is steering the boat, give me a perception. Give me a easy perception check.
Okay, I guess I'm steering the boat since nobody else has said anything.
I didn't want to. Yeah, no.
Yay! Success and advantage.
Okay. Well, they're focused on rowing. You know, you're kind of focused on the water and the surrounding hazards, and so you pick up a lot more of what's going on in the general area. And what you see is there is so much activity all around these rivers. Everything from small creatures in the water to small creatures on land coming down to get a drink, to like up to very large creatures prowling the banks, and even some very large, which you're hoping are fish, under the surface of the murky, muddy brown river. I mean, some of these things look at least as long as your raft.
Ooh.
Gators.
I will share that information. Guys, look at there's a lot of wildlife activity around here. Do you think we ought to stop and try to hunt something?
Oh crap! You're right. Sure. Yeah.
I want to try for something on land this time.
I might switch places with you, and I'll try for fishing.
Yeah. If I assume I see one of these huge shadows under the water,
Yeah.
I become immediately interested in fishing as well.
Okay. Everybody give me an average survival check with a boost die.
Oh wow, my rolls are going well now. Okay.
He's turned the corner.
Success with 2 advantage.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, what was that, Dar?
There you go. I typed it.
Okay. Dar, you take the time to kind of like set up a little like kind of makeshift fish trap thing that you've learned from your days of spending your time in the wilds of your homeland. And you actually bring in a pretty reasonable amount of fish. Like you bring in enough fish to probably feed the party today, plus a little extra.
Yeah.
Roby, you suffered 2 strain in your attempt to wrestle one of these large fish out of the water.
Sounds like me. Yeah.
You eventually do it, but not before another large creature like takes off with half of your kill.
No.
and you also provide pretty much like enough food to feed everybody for today and then some.
Cool.
Huh.
So I would say between the two of you, you guys probably have 3 days worth of food.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stevie,
Man,
what'd you get? Let me see here.
bad.
You try your hand at foraging, and you don't recognize any of the plants from when Dar brought back plants, but brought back food, and so like you don't really. Sorry, what was that, Dar? Can you share with the class?
You said brought black, and I'm tired,
black?
so it was really funny to me.
Like pilotary planning check.
That's my favorite check.
Your favorite check. Yeah. There you go. So you guys managed to gather a fair bit of food. I would say by this time it's starting to get closer to evening. You guys could move along further upriver if you wanted to, or you could stop and make camp here.
Make camp.
Hey,
on
let's
the
go
left,
for it.
Make camp.
Oh, make camp? Okay.
Okay.
because then predators have a harder time of getting to you.
Mhm.
And you just drop anchor basically, like or tie off to the shore or something.
Cool.
Oh, you guys are gonna make camp on your raft?
That's what I think would be best.
That, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We got to be really sure that we tied it right, though. I don't want to wake up further back than where we started.
Oh, that's a good point. What's the flow of the water? Is it against us?
Yeah, we're going upstream.
You guys are moving upstream.
It's just slow, right? Yeah.
It's just not that fast.
Okay.
And like there's plenty of like eddies and stuff and like areas where you guys can tie off that has no current or almost no current.
Okay, I like that.
Wonderful.
This area is based off of the Amazon River.
So it's really like, yeah, that's a very slow moving, mostly flat ground.
Yeah, this isn't the Kenai.
Yeah, it's flooded area.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, well, this might be a good time for me to go in real life.
All right.
Yeah, we're getting there for me too.
Yep. All right. So let's tie off, and we will start doing watches in the morning.
All right, boys. It's been a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, if you just want to think about your backstory, motivation, and obligation, or morality stuff, then shoot that to me before Monday after next.
Yeah.
We'll be good to go.
Sounds good.
All righty.
Well, good playing with you guys. That was a good session.
Yeah.
Nice to virtually meet you, Dan.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Hey, is your brother not playing, Zach?
He is. They're on vacation right now. They're down in